Detail. Halt. Color detail. Left. Base. Sound attention! Platoon! Attend! Hunt! Colors! Ready, two.
The Japanese sneak attack on Pearl Harbor on the morning of December 7th, 1941, struck a blow at the United States that will never be forgotten. 2,337 American servicemen dead, 1,153 wounded, 183 airplanes destroyed without leaving the ground, sunk or indefinitely out of action, 3 light cruisers, 3 destroyers, and 8 battleships. The California, the Oklahoma, the Maryland, the West Virginia, the Nevada, the Pennsylvania, the Tennessee, and the Arizona. The new odds: 11 Japanese aircraft carriers to the United States 3, 10 combat-ready Japanese battleships to the United States none, superior numbers of Japanese combat aircraft, and enemy-controlled seas, from the Japanese home waters to the very approaches of Australia itself.
Request permission to come aboard.
Permission granted, sir.
My name is Victor Henry.
No, Gray.
Oh, you haven't even looked at me. And you're smelling fried chicken.
It's been 5 days.
Dad's here.
That's nice.
He's in the backyard with Vic. Oh, come on.
on.
Dad! Dad, look who's here.
Hey, Warren.
Hey, Dad.
I almost visited you on the Enterprise today. I'm relieving the Northampton.
Northampton? Why, that's great news. Can't believe it. My old man, skipper of our screen flagship. Congratulations, Dad.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I stopped by the California shore office. These just came in.
Okay, lunch in half an hour, man.
Come on, Sprout. Let's clean you up for lunch.
I'll ride down the hill with you later.
My love, I hope this will somehow reach you. There's news. The BBC has asked my father to make a sort of Phileas Fogg broadcasting tour clear around this tortured planet of ours, touching the main military bases. When he told me about it, I only heard 2 words: Pearl Harbor. I know you were supposed to write to me first, but for all I know, your letter or cable will come next week, and I'll be gone. If so, I hope it is a love letter, not a dismissal, which is what I half fear and expect. You're so utterly devoted to your wife. The weather in London is unspeakable, and so is the war news. But for me, to be quite honest, the only news that counts, and it's glorious, is that suddenly there's a chance to see you again. Now, crossed fingers, here I come. Love, Pam.
From the Chief, Bureau of Navigation, Captain Victor Henry, Detached Commanding Officer of the USS California, BB-44. To relieve Commanding Officer of the USS Northampton, CA-26. I relieve you, sir.
I stand relieved, sir. Congratulations.
Commander Grigg, all ships' standing orders remain in force. Dismiss the crew from quarters.
Aye, aye, sir. Crew! Dismissed!
Hey, Gene. My father's ship. New command.
Right 5 degrees rudder, all ahead 2/3.
Right, 5 degrees rudder, aye, sir.
All ahead 2/3 aye, sir.
Sir, rudder's right, 5 degrees.
Engines answer ahead 2/3, sir.
Gentlemen, I want to bomb Japan. I want to strike them at once. Anyway, as soon as possible. I want to be able to tell Churchill when he arrives that such an airstrike is in the works. Mr. Secretary of War?
Mr. President, such a token raid at this stage will be very difficult.
And very costly, sir.
Not a token raid. I said strike. I want to hurt the Japs, shake them up, give them something to think about beside running wild with victories in the South Pacific and East Asia. Disrupt that timetable of theirs.
Mr. President, with our present bombers, our closest air base in the Aleutians is out of range of Japan.
I've been studying the maps. How about striking them from North China or Siberia?
If these governments will agree, sure, Mr. President.
The logistics are formidable, sir.
And will take months?
But then we can hit them hard.
How about a carrier strike? When ordered, Mr. President. At once?
Zero possibility of surprise, Mr. President. Against overwhelming odds. The Japs know our carrier strike range. 300 miles. Their land-based bomber patrols cover the sea approaches far beyond that.
And that sounds like a suicide mission. No, I want a surprise. A jolt to the Japs and a psychological lift to our people and our allies. But a victory. Those aviators must have a good fighting chance.
A way will be sought and found, Mr. President.
Fast.
Fast.
Splendid, General. Now, gentlemen, sit yourselves down.
So, gentlemen, the word from headquarters for War Patrol number 1 is that a mess of big transports have already left the Jap home islands for the Philippines. Escorted by battleships, carriers, cruisers, and God knows what else for an invasion of Luzon. They'll probably hit the beaches at Lingayen Gulf, and from there, try to march to Manila. So it looks like Christmas on patrol for the Devilfish and most of the squadron. As you know, Guam and Wake look to be goners. Probably be operational Jap air bases within a week. So our line is cut, and we will be patrolling in waters totally controlled by the enemy. Our mission is to harass, and if we can, prevent the landing of the main Japanese expeditionary force. It goes without saying, enemy destroyers will be as thick as fleas on a dog's back. Questions?
Yes, sir. Are we authorized to sink unarmed merchantmen and tankers?
Okay, Mr. Exec, here are our orders on that point. On December 8th, this force received the following fleet order from Commander-in-Chief, Pacific Fleet. Execute unrestricted, repeat, unrestricted warfare against Japan. The Devilfish will govern herself accordingly. Anything we sight, we sink, without warning. Gentlemen, the Japs attacked Pearl Harbor without warning in the middle of peace talks. We didn't throw away the rules of civilized warfare. They did. This isn't the war we trained for, but it's sure as hell the war we've got. Any further questions? Prepare all departments for War Patrol underway for Lingayen Gulf, 17 December. That's it. Byron.
Sir.
Congratulations on your transfer to Submarines Atlantic. I got the dispatch from headquarters just now. Signed by Admiral Hart. Sorry to lose you.
When can you detach me, sir?
Well, not till after this patrol. You're needed.
What's his problem? He disapproved my request, didn't he?
I changed his mind.
Thanks.
Yeah. But you're wrong to go, you know. Our war's out here.
Lady, my wife and kid may be caught in Europe.
I know, but even if they are, what can you do about it?
Well, for starters, I can be 10,000 miles closer. Just a little while longer, baby.
Sergio Anton. Are you enjoying the sun, Professor?
Well, what there is of it.
I altered my dress, Natalie. Would you like to try it on?
Oh, thank you,
Any news from the rumor department about our getting away, Mrs. Olevsky?
Just the usual. Nothing definite.
According to Avram, we should have been in Palestine by now.
What are you working on, Professor?
This wall just a diary. Something to pass the time while we wait and wait for us to sail.
Oh, I had hoped it was a new book.
It is a new book, Sarah. Aaron intends to coin this flight of ours into publishable copy on faith, war, the human predicament, and whatnot.
Well, you can make what jokes you like, Natalie. When a Jew's journey comes up as the head of the Book of the Month selection, well, then something will have been gained by all this discombobulation.
Just keep an eye out for Lewis, Aaron, while I go with Sarah.
Yes, of course.
Perfect, Sarah. I really do love it.
I bought it in Paris, spring 1938. Seems like ages ago.
I'll have to pay you for it.
Whatever you think it's worth.
Yes? Avram.
Mrs. Henry, I was looking for your uncle.
Well, he's up on deck.
New dress.
Oh, yeah, it's Sarah's. I'm buying it from her.
We'll talk later, Natalie. I should be going.
She needs money for her family. And I started to loathe that everlasting brown wool dress of mine, and I mean truly loathe it.
Good choice. You look very pretty.
Thank you. Well, what did you want Aaron for?
In Rome, Mrs. Henry, did Dr. Jastrow know anybody at the German embassy?
German embassy? I don't know. Why?
Werner Beck. Why, yes, I did know of Werner Beck years ago. What about him?
I have a message that is coming from Rome and is bringing with him your manuscript, the Arch of Constantine.
How could that be? I left the manuscript in my hotel room when we fled. I never hoped.
Who is he, Aaron?
If he's the same Werner Beck, he was a student in my last graduate seminar at Yale. One of the good German students, a demon for work. I've not seen or heard from him since. But what is he doing with my manuscript? And how has he managed to track us here? It all seems rather ominous, doesn't it?
I don't know, but when he arrives, if we deny you're here, the OVRA will come on board to search. They do anything the Gestapo wants.
When is he due here?
Very soon now.
Then you do remember me, Professor Jastrow?
Well, of course, Werner Beck. Yes, you've put on a bit of weight, that's all.
Yes, far too much. Well, here's the Arch of Constantine.
I can hardly believe it. Natalie, do you see? It seems to be all here. Oh, Werner, I can't thank you enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But how on earth did you happen to come by it?
I found it in your hotel room at the Excelsior.
How did you know we were there? How did you find out that we'd come here?
Please, Mrs. Henry, the Gestapo, of course, has a list of all foreign nationals staying at Rome hotels, and the OVRA reported to the Gestapo that you had boarded this vessel.
Then you're in the Gestapo.
No, Mrs. Henry, I am a foreign ministry officer. Please, allay your fears. Yeah, I took the liberty of reading the work. Compared with a Jew's Jesus, it is a great advance. It is your finest achievement.
How kind of you to say so, Werner. As for you, your English has improved considerably. Remember the trouble we had at your orals?
Indeed, I do. You saved my career.
Oh, hardly so.
Your child is not well, Mrs. Henry?
He's catching a cold.
Oh, that is too bad. I was hoping that you and the professor would have lunch with me at the Grand Hotel. They say it has the finest dining room in Naples.
Leave the ship? Surely you're not serious, Dr. Beck.
Why not, Mrs. Henry? I thought you might enjoy some good food and wine. In a few days' time, you and your uncle will be starting on a long, rigorous journey.
A few days. That's more than I know, and I've just come from the harbor master.
Oh, that's no information. Now, I have police passes for you both, and it really is quite safe for you to come ashore with me. There is much to discuss.
Werner, what were you doing in my hotel room?
Professor, when Mussolini declared war, I thought I'd better offer you my help. Now, suppose I withdraw so that you can talk it over. I hope to see you at lunch.
You're not seriously thinking of going, are you, Aaron? I'm certainly not.
What do you think, Rabinovitz?
I don't know.
Well, I've always been a clumsy old dunderhead, so I may as well follow my nature. I think I shall go and take lunch with Werner Beck.
By all means, Aaron, enjoy your lunch. Maybe some of his Gestapo pals will join you and make things jollier.
Find out all you can about our departure.
Yes, of course I shall. Natalie, if I don't come back, at least you'll be rid of one of your millstones, won't you?
Sorry, you couldn't join us. It was a marvelous lunch, Mrs. Henry. Professor, I'll be hearing from you soon. I hope the little baby is feeling better, Mrs. Henry. Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, my dear, I'm back, you see, like a bad penny.
Thank God for that.
We must speak to Rabinovitz.
Sure you don't want a nap first?
No, I'm not feeling sleepy.
So, was it an interesting lunch, Professor?
Rather interesting, yes, it was. To begin with, your Turkish captain betrayed you. He reported our presence here abroad last week. The harbor master decided to notify the Ovra in Rome about the examination of the American fugitives before letting you go, hence the machination.
What about leaving?
Still a few more days, he says. And he gave me this. Those are the Italian police regulations for the American internees to be sent to Siena to await exchange there. As it happens, my home is in Siena. My staff is still living there.
So, you've made up your mind. You're getting up and going to Siena.
I told Werner it's entirely up to Natalie. If she wants to sail with you, I'll sail too. If she prefers to go back to Siena, I'll go back there with her.
I see. Very nice. And what did Dr. Beck say to that?
No, Werner said that as a mother, he was sure that Natalie would decide wisely. But he did ask me to point out to you, Natalie, that for us the risks of this voyage are pointless and intolerable. This ship is not even seaworthy. The refugees will be entering Palestine illegally. The Syrian mountains are full of bandits and hostile Arabs. Why take such chances when we are perfectly bona fide Americans with our papers all in order?
He's trying to keep you here. Why?
No. I think he's just hoping to help his old teacher.
God in heaven, Aaron, will you ever show a trace of common sense? The man's a high-placed Nazi. What makes you willing to accept a word he says?
He's not a Nazi. He's a professional diplomat. He regards the party as a pack of gross, ill-educated opportunists. Their anti-Jewish policy appalls him. However, all that is neither here nor there. I stand by what I said before. Whatever you decide to do, of course, I will support you to the fullest.
Come in. We'll talk later. I have to fuel and provision the ship.
What is it?
The harbor master has cleared us to leave. You'll have to decide, Mrs. Henry. Come with us, Natalie. You'll be safe and free, you and your baby.
The road from the battlefields of the Ukraine, where the hordes of Soviet prisoners of war swept up in the German November drive on Moscow, is a long and bitter one. On this forced march of more than 100 miles, with the barest of starvation rations, death from exposure and brutal treatment has already taken a heavy toll. But for Beryl Jastrow, Aaron Jastrow's cousin and fellow yeshiva scholar, this is an old and familiar road. Part of a labor draft culled from the sturdiest of the Russian prisoners. They are bound for a place near the village of Jastrow's youth, Oshwiesen, a place that takes its name from this village. But now, since the occupation, a place called Auschwitz.
How many were there at the start of the march?
More than 10,000. And perhaps you would like to tell me how I'm to build barracks for 100,000 prisoners with what's left. They're nothing but walking corpses.
There are good specimens, too.
Yes. 1 out of 10. Maybe 1 out of 20. Besides, I have to use up 900 straight off.
SS Major Rudolf Franz Ferdinand Hess, Commandant, KL Auschwitz. SS Lieutenant General Heinz Kammler. A doctor of engineering, Kammler is in charge of the all-powerful SS Works Division. Primary responsibility, all concentration camp construction in the Reich. Highest priority, expansion of the Auschwitz interest area into an industrial and slave labor complex of unprecedented magnitude.
Gruppenführer, may I speak my mind?
By all means.
For 18 months now, I've put my heart and soul into building this new camp. The point is, what does Reichsführer Himmler really want of me? Maximum production of war material or maximum elimination of the nation's enemies? I'm a soldier, Gruppenführer. I will do either job, but I cannot do both at the same time.
But why do you suppose you were chosen, Hess? The Reichsführer knows you are a man who can accomplish the impossible. And he will see to it that you are richly rewarded. Of that, I assure you. Thank you. But what will you be using for the special test? Cyclone B. An ordinary insecticide.
So simple. Standard camp issue for fumigation. Cyanide base.
Of course, you're aware we will have to process hundreds of thousands. Eventually millions. It's the Führer's will. Will the new material work on such numbers?
I believe it will. We have already tested it on smaller numbers. Besides, what is the alternative? The carbon monoxide they used at Treblinka was preposterous. I could have told them that. Messy, wasteful of fuel. And shooting on such a scale, the psychological effect on the execution squads would be unendurable. Besides, the Reich has better uses for the ammunition.
So, you will be testing on 900 POWs. And on the camp records, what?
900 political commissaries.
When?
Christmas Day. You won't be ready any sooner. Anyway, what do godless Bolsheviks care about Christmas?
Arriving track 2, train number 4. From New York. Departing track number 4.
Palmer, here.
Road out.
Palmer, you should have your overcoat on. It's Arctic outside.
Well, I put on long johns in Chicago.
Long johns? Shades of President McKinley. So how was your trip?
Fine, it was wonderful.
Now, what is this awful hush-hush thing you're working on? Oh, good Lord, Palmer, you're getting as bad as Pug. Can't you tell me anything?
I can tell you only that if we get it first, we win the war. And if Hitler gets it first, he wins the world.
Well, good heavens, who's going to get it first?
As of now, Hitler, hands down. Kid, look at this, Rhoda. Christmas. Got the country half paralyzed. I'm beginning to wonder if anyone remembers there's a war on.
Palmer. Oh, Palmer, dear. I'm afraid I have some bad news, Tom. Madeline's here.
Madeline? Since when?
She dropped in on me from New York this afternoon.
How long is she staying?
Just for the holidays.
Oh.
Madeline, sign me.
Hi,
I'll
Mom.
fix us a drink.
Okay. Well, Madeline, how nice to see you again.
Simon, this is Dr. Palmer Kirby. He's a good friend of Dad's. Lieutenant Anderson.
Hey, Lieutenant, just back from the sea?
No, sir. I'm at Buord Proving Grounds.
Ah.
New weapons section.
Oh, working on anything exciting?
Not that I can talk about.
Simon, you were just scaring me now about radioactive bombs blowing up the world.
Pure theory, I said, Mad. Not for this war. 100 years off.
Well, we'll see you later, Mom. Come on, Simon. Feed me.
Well, aren't you two going to eat here? There's plenty.
We're going to grab a bite before the movies.
Oh, well, have a nice evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's very cold out there.
Good night.
Night.
Black, right?
Yes, that's right. Oh, Rhoda, you certainly know how to spoil a man.
Why, thank you, Palmer. Palmer, I have something to tell you. I wrote Pug about a month ago and asked for a divorce. Now, darling, listen, you're free as air. Just remember that. I'm not sure I ever want to get married again. I'm in such a terrible turmoil. You see, when he got to California, I thought he might ask me to come and set up house in Honolulu. I simply couldn't face leaving you, so I did it, and now it's done.
What reason did you give him, Rhoda?
I simply told him we'd been seeing each other, and I'd fallen so hopelessly in love, it was wrong not to tell him.
Has he answered you yet?
Yes. A lovely, heartbreaking letter.
Let me see it.
Are you sure that's what you
Please,
want?
I want to see it, Rhoda.
What's the matter, dear?
Nothing. I still have a report to write tonight.
It is awkward, isn't it? I mean, Madeline being here and all. Palmer. Palmer, Palmer, take me to your apartment.
Is that what you really want?
Oh, what do you think, you fool? Don't you? Dearest Pug, I cried when I read your offer to forget my letter and go on as before. It's almost too generous to accept, and we both ought to take time to think about it. That you would be willing to forgive me is almost inconceivable to anyone who doesn't know you as I do. Believe me, I have never respected and loved you more or been more proud than when I read your letter. Oh, my dear. Our whole world seems to be coming apart. You're a rock. I'm not. Please try to forgive me, and maybe we can still pick up the pieces. But for now, life has to be clear and simple for you. Beat the Japs. Beat Hitler. Oh, my love, always. Ro.
Pamela, can't you ever get anything right? I never said that. Oh, perhaps I did. Oh. This is going to be worse than Ceylon. We're going down into a bloody inferno.
Looks like a peaceful little inferno to me. Where are the vast fortress walls, the masses of cannon, the swarms of Spitfires and Hurricanes?
That doesn't show naturally. Believe me, this little green scorpion of an island down there packs a hell of a sting.
Prepare to land. Please prepare for landing at Singapore.
Oh, I look as if I've been digging a ditch.
So Philip Rule is meeting us.
Oh, swine cabled me in Ceylon.
Damn able correspondent, Philip.
Talkie, I finished with him long ago.
Qantas Flight 23, arriving at gate number 5.
Hello, Tudsbridge.
Philip, just in time.
How are you, Tudsbridge? Welcome to the bastion of the Empire.
I'm overwhelmed.
Well, don't be. They grow by the roadside.
Mr. Alistair Tudsbridge.
Yes?
Air Chief Marshal Brooke Popham invites you for a tour of the island's defenses before your broadcast.
Oh, I accept.
My car will be waiting for you, sir. Outside customs.
You do rave with the high brass talking. Imagine a mere journalist being offered such a tour, eh?
What on earth happened to your hand, Philip?
Why, when on maneuvers with the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders. Got bitten by a centipede. It was a nasty brute, about a foot long. Didn't know whether to kiss it or kill it.
Still playing your Hemingway act, eh?
Nasty, nasty, Tudsbridge. Come on. I'll whisk you through formalities, and then I'll book you both into raffles.
What are you sending to the Express these days? My sources have it, our lads are smashing the Japs on all sides.
Now, that's the official line talking. But the rumors filtering down the peninsula aren't quite so rosy. The Tudsbridge.
Looks peaceful.
This is the residential section. We are east of Suez.
Where are the British, Phil?
Oh, you'll meet them tonight at the Tanglin Club. Governor's reception for whites only.
Governor's reception?
For the celebrated Alistair Tudsbridge. You get a chance to meet all the calcified pucker Saabs who are responsible for sweating and oppressing 500 million Asiatics. In the name of God and the British Empire. So, Tudsy, tell me about this U.S. naval captain, Victor Henry.
Who's that?
Oh, come. People talk, especially in the Moscow press corps. You and this Yank lovers?
None of your bloody business. And as long as we're on the subject, how's the little wife?
God knows. Last I heard, she was working in a factory outside Moscow making tank turrets out of borscht or some bloody thing.
The idea of you married, and to a Russian ballerina. Well, I must say, you always were full of surprises.
Tell you the truth, it was the only way into her knickers. Beautiful girl, Tudsbridge. But prim as an Anglican bishop's wife. A Yank, Tootsie. And, I hear, over 50. You must tell me, what's the appeal?
Among other qualities, Phil, he's as little like you as anyone could possibly imagine. He's decent to the bone.
Ah, the charm of novelty.
This war will be won, though it may well entail further grisly sacrifices for mankind. But after what I have seen today, thanks to the generous cooperation of Air Chief Marshal Brooke Popham, this is what I'm going to say tonight when I broadcast to England, the Empire, and the world. Fortress Singapore is ready. Fortress Singapore doesn't expect a tea party, but it is well prepared for its uninvited guests. Let the rest of the world be assured the Japanese will not enjoy, if they ever get near enough to taste it, the bitter brew that awaits them at Fortress Singapore.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Barney.
Morning, Skipper.
Morning, Barney. How much longer till Lingayen? I'm taking her down, lady. Pull the plug as soon as we're below, Barney.
Aye, sir.
Clear the bridge! Clear the bridge! Let's get
Dive!
Let's move it!
Dive!
Let's get forward! Watch from the other side! Watch it! Get forward!
Green board. Lead air. Secure air. Green board, pressure in the boat.
Very well. Make a depth 125 feet. Let me know when you got a trim, Foo.
125.
125, aye.
I'll relieve you, Barney.
Stand relief, sir.
I want you to go forward and check the new torpedo exploders.
Aye.
Blow negative to the mark.
Bridge circuit secured, sir.
Very well. Give me a 9-degree down bolt. Line it up.
Hey, guys.
Hello, sir.
How we doing, Hanson?
Ready to load all 6 bow tubes with warheads, Mr. Henry. All fish routine. Exploders are ready for insertion.
Well, let's get at it.
Booster well and insert the booster.
What?
Tracking party to the conning tower, Mr. Henry.
What's going on?
The captain wants you to take the dive so that Mr. Turkel can man the TDC. We're in silent running.
We have a contact?
You damn right. There's screw noises all over this ocean. We're inside Lingayen.
Lady, when did all this break?
We picked up these clowns on sonar at about 9,000 yards. All of a sudden, we must have come out from underneath the thermal layer. I want you to take the dive. I'm going to go back up to the conning tower.
Very well, I relieve you, sir.
And I stand relieved. We're at 125, running silent, all ahead 1/3. And for once, Foof left you with a good trim.
Sure sounds like a mess of them.
Yeah, like the whole damn Jap landing force.
Now, Brownie, listen carefully. I'm gonna raise #1 periscope all the way. I want you to come to exactly 66 feet and level off. And then another foot and level off. Just the way we did on that last practice run on the Litchfield. Nice and easy, you know.
Aye, sir. Make it up 6 feet. Zero bubble. Six feet, sir.
Very well. Up scope.
Make it up 5 feet. Six 5 feet, sir.
Very well. That's it. Hold it. Wow. Unbelievable. Mark.
045.
Leading AP, Mark.
046 1/2.
Second AP, Mark.
044.
Third AP, Mark. Downscope.
042 1/2.
Target angle on the bow, 40 starboard, range about 10,000 yards. TDC will track the first transport. Give me the normal approach course, all ahead standard. This is the captain. We've got 3 big transports in column, screened by 3 destroyers off our starboard bow.
The rising sun is flapping plain as day on all of them.
This is it. Flood the bow tubes.
All tubes flooded, sir.
Very well.
They're still beyond torpedo range, Captain.
They are now, but they're zigzagging. When they zig back, they will be in range. All ahead, 1/3.
Answering all ahead, 1/3.
Up scope. Okay. Here they come. They're zigging back. Get ready to shoot.
Still in outside range, Captain.
I'll use slow settings then. I'm gonna shoot. Open out the doors. Lead transport bearing. Mark.
350.
Range. Mark.
4,500.
Down scope. Angle on the bow. 70 starboard. Now all hands. I intend to shoot 4 bow tubes at those 3 big overlapping transports. Set depth 30 feet, all tubes.
Acknowledged, sir.
Very well. Up scope. Target bearing. Mark.
352.
Range. Mark.
3,500.
Down scope. Angle on the bow, 90 starboard.
Solution light. Shoot any time, Captain.
Fire 1.
Speed 1, firing electrically. #1 fired electrically, sir.
Fire 2.
#2 fired electrically, sir.
Fire 3.
#3 fired electrically, sir.
Fire 4.
#4 fired electrically, sir.
All fish running toward target, sir.
Very well. Up scope.
All wakes running hot, straight, normal. Beautiful. Down scope. 19 seconds to impact, Captain. $15, 14. No, it has to be.
Up scope.
Scope's been up 14 seconds.
Down scope. 4 misses. Lady, 4. These 2 wakes had to go right under the lead transport. They've spotted the wakes. That near destroyer's coming right at us with a hell of a bone in its teeth. All ahead full.
Answering, all ahead full, sir.
Brandy, emergency. Give me 250 feet.
What's he talking about, Mr. Henry? Lingaya's no deeper than 170. We're gonna hit bottom like a ton of bricks.
All hands. Rig for depth charge on the double.
On that dive order, Captain, I think you mean 150 feet. That's about down to the mud here.
Oh, right. Thanks, lady. Byron, make that 150 feet.
150 eyes, sir. Passing 100 feet. Make it up 150 feet. Blow negative to 4,000. $150, sir.
Well, what course, Captain?
Course? Oh, yeah. Whew, evade, eh? Left full rudder. Come to, make it, 270.
Left to 270, sir.
Death charge on me.
They've got our jets cranked in. We're getting creamed. Let's take her up to 55 feet and give them a knuckle.
Ready! Take her up to 55 feet, sparkling!
5 feet high, sir. Give me a 10 up, Whitey, no more. 4 degree down as we pass 60 feet. Auxiliary from seas, 800 pounds. Leveled off at 5 feet, sir.
Very well. Everything okay down there?
Seems to be, sir.
Now all hands. We seem to give him the slip for now. Congratulations on bringing the devilfish through her first enemy attack. Make depth 65 feet. Lady, Foo, let's look at the chart. Lady, what do you think?
Well, I'd say he's heading for the beach.
You know, why is that?
Because he probably knows that we're still trying for the landing area.
Well, if you're right, that's just great. Because we're heading for the entrance.
The entrance?
Of course. The whole landing area will be on full submarine alert now, lady. We can't accomplish anything here. But up at the entrance, we might find some fat pickings. All right. Foof, you relieve Briney. Lady, you and Briney, take a look around the boat. Let me have a full damage report as quickly as possible. Lady?
Aye, sure.
No. You tell me why he's not going after those transports.
Briney, whole man knows what he's doing.
He does.
Yes.
You heard him say that our torpedo attack put the landing force on full
Oh,
sub-alert.
lady, the landing force has to be on full sub-alert anyway. You know that. We're still little with 20 fish, and he's running. What the hell are we out here for?
He's zigging again. Range 6,500.
Steve, ready to relieve. He's back with us. We're at 80 feet and 1/3 speed. Very well. I'll relieve you, sir. I stand relieved.
Sonar's got him at 6,000 yards. He's already completed 2 tight squares. It looks like he's about to take a wider sweep.
What do you think, Chief?
Well, it's a pretty dark ocean up there, but if he carries out the right search pattern, he could pick us up again. Range 5,000 in closing.
Lady, let's take a look. Steve, keep feeding plot. We're going below.
Aye, sir.
He's right there, sir, and he's making another turn.
Well, maybe we should change course, Captain. Come right.
Negative. We're continuing towards the entrance, where the pickings are. Hold course, speed, and depth. He may not pick up an echo at all. The Litchfield didn't, passing us at 3,000 when we were at the bottom.
Well, why don't we at least pop the scope up? Maybe the weather's lousy topside, and we could surface and run the hell out of here with our diesels at 21 knots. The batteries are pretty low, Captain. How much juice left for underwater invasion?
Damn it, lady, what if the weather isn't lousy up there? We're up moon from him. Even our attack periscope might show up in his binoculars.
He's turning towards us, sir.
Well, maybe he picked up a school of fish. Something.
Range 4,000. Speed 30 knots. Range 3,500. Collision course, Captain.
Rig for depth charge. Rig for silent running. Emergency, give me 100 feet.
Make it up 100 feet.
All ahead full. Flood negative. Retract the sonar heads. I'm going to the bottom.
You're bottoming.
That's the way I shook off the Litchfield, remember? His sonar couldn't screen out the bottom return. We're in extremis. It's our best chance. Give me a thermometer reading. Have all hands prepare to bottom. Right! Full rudder!
depends.
On what?
How good the Jap sonar is.
All right, level off.
All stop. Answering, all stop.
On the bottom, sir, at 97 feet.
Very well. Shut down everything but topside sonar.
Topside sonar reports is dead overhead, Captain. It's too close for a good bearing now.
My God, it's working.
He's gone by us, sir.
How are we on air?
40 hours, Captain.
Okay. We'll just lie here until he fades off.
He's coming back, Mr. Henry.
He's coming back, sir.
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about down there. Bottom return blanks out his sonar. We know that now.
Sir, make it up 6-5 feet. Flow negative to the mark, 10 degree up.
Our compartments report damage.
Mr. Astor, high-speed propellers, they're approaching from the entrance. One bearing 300, the other bearing 120. Speed 29. Mr. Astor, 2 more destroyers.
Periscope depth, Ronnie, but be ready to flood negative and get me down fast.
655, sir, make it up 6-5 feet. Flow negative to the mark, 10 up bubble. Leveling off at 6'5" feet, sir.
Let's go. Hot damn, it's raining, it's pouring. We're right in the middle of a damn squall. Black as a cow's insides. Prepare to surface 4 main engines.
Prepare to surface 4 main engines.
Tell maneuvering room to stand by to make 21 knots.
Ready to surface, sir.
Surface, surface, surface.
Blow up, buoyancy, blow main bells.
Pharmacist, they lay up in the conning tower on the tower. Righty, come up here a minute.
What happened?
He got knocked off his feet in the darkness. I just wanted you to see why I was giving orders.
Is he all right?
Doc, come here, have a look at him.
All right, sir.
What do you think? Okay, guys, listen up. Sonar reports that the destroyers are rapidly opening the range, and it looks like we've shaken them off. Now, I'm sure you already know that during the last barrage, the captain was badly hurt. Doc Halston says he's got a concussion, that it seems serious. Well, what it means is that the Devilfish is going to have to return to base. I know, I'm sure you guys feel as badly about this as I do, but the captain just isn't up to conducting attacks, and he can't delegate command.
Well, how do we get out, lady? And when?
On the surface, Foof, straight down the middle at 21 knots in approximately 40 minutes.
On the surface?
Yeah. I know, Billy. It's a tough one. Destroyers and sub-chasers are going to be as thick as whores on Market Street. You see, on the other hand, we've got 0 visibility topside. The entrance is 12 miles wide, and at flank speed, we can run through and get away in 15 minutes. Any comments?
That's the way to go.
All right, then that's that. I secured for a while to allow the crew to get a sandwich and hit the head.
You mean there's a sailor on this boat who hasn't already pissed in his pants?
All right, back to battlefield.
Yeah.
We're passing through the entrance right now, lady.
Sonar reports screw noises and echo ranging all around us, Mr. Astor.
It's all patrol maneuvers. No collision courses. No sign they picked us up.
Just goes to show you, ignorance is bliss. Here we are absolutely ringed by the yellow bastards, and it's like a pleasure cruise. Let's just hope we don't ram one.
What's up?
Oh, Brian. Close the curtain. So how do you like submarine duty so far? Listen to me carefully. There's nothing wrong with the captain, except that he's absolutely scared out of his mind.
What? No concussion?
No. He confessed to Doc Halston, and the doc told me.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. He just can't hack it, Briney. The doc had to put him asleep with a sedative.
Does anyone else know?
No. And I'm gonna back his story. Yeah. The truth will come out soon enough. Meantime, we're returning to the barn with our tail between our legs, and that's poison for the crew. So if we make a contact on the way back, I'm gonna ask the captain's permission to shoot.
Yeah, damn right.
Foof will be my kibitzer. You'll man the TDC.
Me? Lady, I've never run the TDC on patrol.
Well, so what? You did a damn good job in the attack trainer. Anyway, there's nobody else.
Pam. This is Major Denton Sharp.
How do you do, Miss Dunsbury?
Come in.
Do you have any brandy?
Major Sharp?
Yes, please.
Bless me, Phil. You're drowned.
Major Denton Sharp, Alistair Tusbury.
My dear fellow.
Penang has fallen. We've just come from there.
That far south.
All Malaysia's falling. It's a rout. I heard some of your broadcasts up country. Criminal lies, Tudsy. How the hell can you still suck up to these incompetent, mendacious bastards who botched this job and lost the empire? Not that it was worth saving.
I told the truth, Phil. Such as I could find out.
Your truth is Rule Britannia drivel. You might as well let Government House make your dispatches.
Phil, please.
I say, jolly good brandy. Oh. Don't mind Phil, he's got the wind up. He's never been through a retreat like this. But Malaya isn't gone. We can still defeat these little bastards.
Well, I don't agree with you there, Denton, but listen to him. At least he'll give you something real to report.
Do you have a map of Malaya about, Tudsbury?
Yes, of course.
That hand looks awful.
Yeah, I had some imbecile army medico lanced at Jitra. Hope I don't lose it. I could have a touch of blood poisoning. I'm shaking all over.
You always were a real hypochondriac.
You've always looked naughty in a nightie.
Then I shall put on my dressing gown.
Ooh. But despite the poor performance of our Asiatic troops, we've still got the edge, Tudsbury.
If the top brass ever awakens from its funk. If.
The trick is to use delaying tactics, to force the Nip into using up his ammunition and supplies. Meanwhile, our main forces fall back to two very strong lines. One here in Johor, and the other here, along the north shore of Singapore Island itself. Now, there's still time to build those defenses, what with a labor pool of nearly 2 million Chinese and Malayans.
What are you talking about? The North Shore is impregnable. I've seen the defenses myself.
Well, you're wrong. There's nothing on the north shore of this island but marsh. They probably showed you the walls of the naval base.
Are you telling me that the BBC has been lied to by the highest officials of this city?
Oh, my dear fellow, one uses you. Why do you suppose I'm here? I don't feel badly. Churchill himself has been lied to. There's not one man to tell him that Fortress Singapore never did exist. The empire is teetering in the balance, Tudsbury. That's not journalism. That's military fact. We can win here, but we must get cracking.
Very well. If what you say is true, I've lent myself to this government's suicidal sham. I shall broadcast your story.
Really? Smashing.
They won't let you broadcast out of Singapore, Talkie. The governor and Book Topham will put you behind bars before that happens.
Very well, I shall go to Australia. I'll leave in the morning.
Yes, that might work.
You'd better stay here, dear, and keep an eye on things.
Well, Philip, I thank you, and take care of that hand. I shall be listening for your broadcast up country. Don't bother to see me out.
Well, you'll be in Australia then for Christmas. And I'll be here.
I know. But what's to be done? The war. This story must go on the air.
But what if the Japanese show up before you get back?
Nonsense. You think I'd abandon you? The little beggars are still 300 miles up country.
Oh, well, good. I mean, given the choice, I'd rather not be raped by platoons of slavering Orientals.
Well, now that's settled. You won't mind if I stretch out here on the couch? I've got to get to a doctor with his hand in the morning.
You could have Pam's bed. We shall be up all the night writing this story. Draw him a hot bath, dear, and then let's get to work.
Follow me.
Oh, yes, Tudsy. I can see us being very, very cozy in here until the old gas bag gets back.
Not bloody likely.
All right then, Sudbury. Now let's talk about it. Well, what finally finished us off in Paris, I mean, it all got very blurry. Was it the waitresses? Low taste, I admit, but an amiable weakness.
Not the waitresses, Phil.
No?
Not even the whores. The Yale boy.
Oh, yes. Young Antinous. Schoolboy lapse. Nothing to get upset about.
You're hopeless.
I do my best, love. But you do realize you will be alone here if those slavering whores do make a sudden breakthrough. Now, if you're feeling lonely on Christmas Eve, I'll be staying with some friends of mine in McMahon's. They'll be having a do.
On that, I may take you up. Don't think I could stand to be in Singapore alone on Christmas Eve. Supposing Sharp is right, when do you think the Japanese will get through?
What the devil, Pamela? Come get at the typewriter. Let's go.
Hausas bitte. Danke.
Field Marshal Walter von Brauchitsch, Commander-in-Chief of the German Army.
I have already offered twice to resign. What can he do to me?
Colonel General Franz Halder, Chief of the General Staff.
You must not resign. I'm sick. Yes, the most colossal mistake yet was to declare war on America. Why? Why?
Perhaps his treaty with the Japanese?
But the Japanese attacked the United States, so there was no treaty obligation.
He is an adventurer. He acts on impulse.
Conspiracies to depose or assassinate Hitler have existed in the army for years, hence the unprecedented security. The Führer's headquarters is built in 3 concentric rings, each protected by minefields, pillboxes, and electrified fences. The entire SS complement at this advanced headquarters has been selected with one single quality in mind: their fanatical loyalty to Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party.
If only he will listen. Going on the defensive in the Soviet Union is the main thing. Then, in the spring, with a smashing new offensive, we may be able to win some kind of peace.
Meine Herren, Ihre Sonderausweise bitte.
Even the highest generals must display a special pass at this highly guarded complex.
Danke.
Good for one visit, and pass the personal inspection
Danke.
of Himmler's own chief of security and commander of the Hitler elite SS Guard.
Who is responsible for this driveling nonsense?
As ordered, mein Führer. The Eastern Front strategy to knock England out of the war.
What has England to do with this filthy rubbish? General withdrawal in the east to rear positions. The front straightened and shortened. New front line chosen with an eye to easy quartering and simplified supply problems. Ah, yes, you gentlemen of the officer corps, with your forms before your names, who never dirtied your polished boots in a trench, the kind of trench I served in for 4 years. Always looking for an easy war, for simple war, while you snicker behind my back at the Bohemian corporal who knows, from bitter experience, from lying gassed in a field hospital, that war is hard. A soft, cowardly wretches beneath contempt.
I repeat my request to be permitted to resign.
Yes, now! Now that you have ruined my Eastern campaign, I designed it with crystal clarity. It was bound to lead to victory if you had done as you were told and driven for the Caucasus oil. But no, you knew better. You and your generals had to march on Moscow. You wanted your prestige successes. Fool! Weak! Nincompoop! There will be no withdrawal on the Eastern Front. Not 1 inch. Every German soldier will hold or die where he stands. My Wehrmacht will not turn its back on the Russians and fall to pieces like Napoleon's Grand Army.
I beg you, let me resign.
Resign! You are dismissed, Herr von Brauchitsch! From your post, from my armed forces, from all further service to the fatherland that you tried to betray with this treasonous filth! You will remain. This little affair of operational command is something anyone can do. The task of the commander-in-chief is to educate the army in National Socialism. I know of no general who can do it as I want it done. Therefore, I shall take over command of the army myself.
Yes, mein Führer.
I shall require a chief of staff, of course. If you wish to resign, I will permit it. If you want to remain at your post, you may. For now, that is all.
A corporal relieving a field marshal.
The time may be coming to relieve the corporal.
Never say it, never think it. The time has passed. He is the fate of Germany, and fate cannot be stayed.
I shall resign too.
No. You are professional. He will listen to you. I'm the scapegoat for his Russian folly, and that so be it. For the sake of the fatherland, stay at his side. Try to curb the mistakes, the excesses. Hope for a turn in the tide. God in heaven, the horrors that are being committed. We all have blood on our hands.
Yeah. The Jews.
It has only begun.
The British Empire staggers under worldwide disaster. The Japanese continue to advance down the Malayan Peninsula towards Singapore and land at Hong Kong. The Repulse and the Prince of Wales, the pride of the Royal Navy, are sunk off the Malayan coast. 2 more British battleships go down in the Mediterranean. 4 million tons of shipping sunk in 1941 by German U-boats and Japanese submarines. Sagging beneath this weight of catastrophe, Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister, sails for the United States for urgent meetings with President Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
What about my grand strategy memorandum for the president?
25 single-spaced pages, Prime Minister. Much to digest. But I have digested it. Germany first.
Correct. Japan's thrust into Southeast Asia may well spell, for us, a disaster. But America's entry into the war can make amends for all. I shall press my views on President Roosevelt with all my force. All my force. Germany first. Despite the Pearl Harbour debacle, Germany first.
Winston, we have always talked softly and diplomatically with the Americans.
Yeah. We talked like that while we were wooing her. Now that she's in the harem, we talk to her quite differently.
By the by, gentlemen, we shall be lighting the White House Christmas tree shortly. You're all invited to the ceremony. Immediately thereafter, to eggnog.
Thank you, sir. That's very nice, Mr. President.
productive meeting, Winston.
Mr. President, we've discussed many great issues, but not the greatest, not yet. Mr. President, is it still to be Germany first?
Here's the view of my Joint Chiefs on that. It's quite short. At American-British staff talks in February, it was agreed that Germany was the predominant member of the Axis and Europe the decisive theater. Much has happened since then. Notwithstanding Japan's entry into the war, our view remains that Germany is still the prime enemy and her defeat is the key to victory.
Thank God.
Once Germany is defeated, the collapse of Italy and the defeat of Japan will follow.
Franklin, we shall have that evil man.
I believe we shall, Winston. Come, you'll throw the switch and light the tree. And perhaps you'll say a word or two.
That would be a great honor.
All set with your speech for Congress?
I'm somewhat nervous.
Not you. How will you start?
Well, I shall say, I cannot help reflecting that if my father had been American and my mother English instead of the other way around, I might have got here on my own.
You'll do well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us in this annual tree lighting ceremony this evening. Standing beside me is one of the great leaders of the world. He and his people have pointed the way in courage and in sacrifice for the benefit of little children everywhere. And I'm asking my associate, my old and good friend, and yours, to say a word to the people of America tonight. The Prime Minister of Great Britain, Winston Churchill.
This is a strange Christmas Eve. Almost the entire world is locked in deadly struggle with the most terrible weapons science can devise as the nations advance upon each other. Yet, let the children have their night of fun and laughter, ere we turn again to the stern task and the formidable years. In God's mercy, a happy Christmas to you all!
And now, for the 9th time, we light the living community Christmas tree of our nation's capital. Mr. Prime Minister, if you please.
He's broadcasting from Australia at 8. I thought I'd catch it with Phil in the guest house.
Oh, dear Phil. He's improving, isn't he?
He will never improve. I won't be long.
Those responsible for the present state of Singapore's defenses must now and finally awaken to a reality fraught with the utmost peril. Make no mistake, my friends. Imperial Japan will soon be storming the parapets. For Singapore and her courageous defenders, the moment is urgently and irretrievably now. This is Alistair Cudsbury, broadcasting from Melbourne. Thank you and good evening.
Well. Was it worth it?
Who knows? I doubt anybody will take it seriously. Not anybody that counts. It's not the kind of news they want to hear.
Will Singapore fall?
Oh, I fear so, darling. Up country, the men want to fight. They're trying to fight, and again the orders come. Fall back. Retreat. I've seen men cry over those orders.
How am I going to get out of here?
Well, you'll get out. There are vessels waiting to evacuate white women and children.
You don't believe in the American rescue mission everyone's talking about?
Wishful fantasy. The entire American fleet was destroyed at Pearl Harbor.
No one knows what happened at Pearl Harbor.
Denton Sharp knows they lost all 8 battleships. For the time being, the Americans have finished. What's the matter, Pam? Oh, you're thinking about your Yank. I'm sorry, love. Was he in a battleship? Well, Denton Sharp didn't know the extent of the casualties. Maybe he's alive. Maybe he's all right. They were sunk in shallow water.
What's that?
Oh, no, don't panic. That's just our resident apricot monkey. He comes and goes through the trees, harmless despite that dreadful racket.
Oh, I hate Singapore. I would have hated it even in peacetime. Let the Japanese have it. I'm going back up to the house. You all right? Is there anything you need?
I might be a bit lonely, perhaps. But don't let that stop you having fun. No, you run along. Go back to your effete-doomed pucker-sabs. And those boring young lieutenants.
I simply don't care to be rude to the McMahons. And they'll be thinking I climbed into bed with a sick man.
Why don't you, Pam? Truly, that's a charming idea. I mean, being Christmas Eve and all. Come, Tudsbury.
You're such a bastard, Phil. You haven't changed a bit.
Oh. Darling, I was born into a rotten system. I'm merely a reflection of it. When everything's breaking up, the only thing left is pleasure. You believe in that. I take my pleasures lightly. You insist on drama. That won't change, I grant you, but despite all, I do love you.
What about your wife? Just being curious. At least in Paris, you didn't have a wife.
Oh, sweetie. I don't even know if she's alive. And if she is, I hope she's bonking the brains out of some nice, young, deserving Russian lad. Don't forget your brolly.
Roll call. And the 900 Russian prisoners of war, selected at random and sentenced to death by the German Military Circuit Court of Katowice, as political officers, are mustered for execution. This will be the first mass gassing to utilize the deadly insecticide Zyklon B.
11317. 13317. 11318. 11317.
Die Ausgerufenen bleiben hier. Die andere abtreten zum Arbeitskommando.
Шановні, к работе! Остальные остаются!
Eilig bisschen. Arbeitskommando! Zur Baustelle!
Herr Hauptsturmführer, the 900 political commissars are mustered.
March them to the hygienic facility for dealer housing.
Zu Befehl, Herr Hauptsturmführer.
Herr Obersturmführer, this just came from Master Sergeant Klinger.
All right, be quick about it.
Get another one. Double quick.
Which one? That's the difference. The one with typhus. He's clocking anyway.
13,317. Forward.
Back to the blockhouse.
Еще не чисто. Нет. Ой, я тебе сказал.
Строй! Стой, да я сказал тебе!
Строй!
Wir folgen!
Пішли! Пішли! Los! Bei euch! Schwäche! Schwäche! Weitermachen! Поднимай ноги!
Стань в строй! Стань в строй!
Schwäche! Schwäche!
Come with me!
Where are we going?
Shut up, or it'll be the worse for you.
Beste Franz.
Rückstrecke, gibt's der.
Für 614, 13.317. Befehl der Verwaltung.
Mantel ausziehen. Neue Uniform. Entlausen. Aufzug! Weitermachen! Los! 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 Ja.
Only what's it, pal? Shalom the better Jasro. How long has it been since your son's beautiful wedding? 1,000 years. But I didn't know you were here too. Oh, yes. Since they opened the camp, I arranged your transfer. But how? This isn't even a Russian prisoner blockhouse. Better ways. From now on, you're a member of my construction gang. I'm the foreman. Our boss is Sergeant Major Klinger. We do good work for him. He treats us okay. Even in Auschwitz, it is possible to survive.
Dive! Dive! Green board. Leader!
Hey, Chief. Mr. Henry. Billy, what's up?
Someone always picked up slow screws at about 10,000 yards. Astor's going after it.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Having a good time?
This could be it. Well, gentlemen, let's see if he's in view yet. Put me on the bearing. Up scope.
Target generated bearing 032, sir.
Well, 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 there he is. Right on. Bearing, mark.
032.
Range, mark.
7,000 yards.
Down scope. Angle on the bow, 27 port. Right on the money, Billy. He's there, over the hill, hull down. Let's go to battle station submerged. Sound the general alarm.
Aye, aye, sir.
All crew, battle station submerged.
Let's go, let's move it.
With it.
Generator range 6,500.
Okay, up go.
Target bearing 021.
Range, mark.
6,000.
Bearing, mark.
020.
Down scope. Angle on the bow, 34. It's a medium-sized tanker, about 5,000 tons. Normal approach course, Byron.
No approach I 140, sir.
Helmsman, come left to 140.
Left to 140, sir.
All ahead full, make 8 knots. Flood tubes 3 and 4.
Aye, aye, sir.
All tubes flooded. All hands, the Devilfish is commencing an attack on a tanker. These new magnetic exploders are lousy, Briny. Torpedo room. Set all tubes 6-foot depth. Repeat, 6-foot depth.
Forward torpedo room. Set all tubes 6-foot depth.
All ahead 1/3.
Answering. All ahead 1/3.
Up scope. He's closing fast. Down scope. Briney, give me a course for a 90 track.
Come right to 150, sir.
Make it so. Open outer doors.
Coming right to 150, sir.
Open outer doors.
Generator range 1200. We have a solution light, sir.
Very well, Briney. Up scope. This will be the final bearing. Mark.
013.
Down scope.
013. Set. Solution light. We're right on. Distance to track 800 yards.
Fire 3.
Number 3 fired electrically, sir.
Fire 4.
Number 4 fired electrically, sir.
Torpedo run to target 32 seconds, sir. Both fish running hot, straight, and normal, sir.
Up scope. Two wakes. Dead on. Oh my God, what a sight. Put the camera on here. That's beautiful. That's just magnificent. This is it. Just takes one. It's a successful patrol. Well done, Briney. Well done. Just get a couple more. Have a look yourself. It's the sight of a lifetime. You'll never forget it. Everybody have a look. Everybody in the attack party. Come on from down there, guys. Have a look at this thing. Yeah, Briney. Now eyeball that. Wow. How about that? A perfect solution. Perfect. He's gonna burn for a while, huh? Briney, you're the hottest TDC operator in the South China Sea. Fu, have a look. 2 out of 2. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful in your life?
I've never seen anything half as beautiful. I swear to God, I never have.
You bet you have. Merry Christmas. Now you got a story to tell Natalie, huh?
Thank you for waiting for me, Natalie. It's cold and windy up on deck.
Sorry.
Please, let me give you a cup of coffee.
Thank you.
How's your baby?
Cranky. He keeps pawing at his ear and he's feverish.
Sugar?
No, thank you.
Sit. So, are you coming with us?
I'm trying to make up my mind.
That shouldn't be hard. Decide what's the best for yourself and do it. Listen, the Italians have no use for a lot of hungry and stateless Jews. We'll go, Mrs. Henry. You should come too.
I should? And why?
Perhaps because your baby is Jewish and should go to the Jewish homeland.
Don't you understand? I feel no emotion about Palestine, none. I'm an American, completely irreligious, married to a Christian naval officer.
Tell me about your husband.
He's on a submarine in the Pacific somewhere. I haven't seen him in ages.
That was my wife. She was killed in a bust that the Arabs blew up.
It's awful.
It happened 8 years ago.
Did you want me to bring my baby there?
Jews live in danger everywhere.
Not in America.
There are no boats to America.
Here's my husband, Byron. He was taken on our honeymoon in Lisbon. Lasted all of 2 days.
He looks young. When was this?
A million years ago, it seems like. No, I mean, yes, he's young, but he's exceptional. Byron has a marvelous knack for, getting things done. You'd have to meet him.
Bring your son to Palestine. Grow up to be a man of action like his father.
You know, Verbeck's coming in the morning just in case we decide to leave the ship.
Yes, I know. Steady.
Sorry.
The wind keeps backing around. The weather report is not good. Still, we sail with first light.
That may solve my problem. Maybe Beck won't be here that early.
Oh, he will come all right. Yes?
Sorry to interrupt. The baby's behaving rather strangely, Natalie.
Convulsions, yeah. Does this inflame? Left ear. A febrile episode.
Don't worry, Natalie. The infants come out of convulsions. The doctor will give them something.
Unfortunately for this, I have no medicine to give.
What about a warm bath?
Yes, this could help. You know that there is no hot water on this boat.
Come, the galley.
Excellent.
Fortunately, soup is the mainstay of our diet. Here's that. Too hot?
No.
When my baby brother went into convulsion, that's what my mother always did. Get some in his head, too.
Come along, my dear.
God, madam, you're not really leaving the boat. Putting yourself in the hands of that German.
My babies are sick as hell, Sarah.
I know how frightening babies' fevers can be. But it's amazing how they recover. Just throw them off. Think about it. Just a few days at sea and you'll be safe and free in the Jewish homeland.
Sarah, we appreciate your concern, but Natalie has already made a decision. This ship will be at least 10 days at sea. Then there'll be other weeks in wild Syrian mountains. It's another effect that the Turks or the British may stop the boat and send it back.
Okay, let me help you.
You're very kind. Let your uncle get off if he insists. He's had his life, not you and Louis. Listen to me, darling.
Sarah, you're not helping.
I suppose we oughtn't to keep Werner waiting, Natalie.
Mrs. Henry. Professor. I'm so pleased that you made the right decision.
Well, Dr. Jester, goodbye.
Goodbye, Rabinovitz. Perhaps we shall meet again.
Am I doing the right thing?
It's done. Mrs. Henry, do you remember the last line from the Passover Seder? Next year in Jerusalem.